Now, Alan, all of us have at least seen one of these universities used to house students across the country, but there's some unrest amongst the public as to whether the money spent on them could not be used for better purposes. How do you justify using the amount of taxpayer money that's being used on the student?
Well, I can see this argument, but once again, there was one sentence written in the reference work so far, the research has been done, on a very interesting case study in Switzerland, where students have been forced into this sort of slightly better place, the university. We put them on a campoo. It's often incorrectly pronounced campus, but it's actually campoo. It's a camp with a lot of poo around in it. And when they get them into these campoo, we find that they slowly but surely seem to conform slightly. We can see encouraging signs that they're becoming almost human-like. I wouldn't say that they were human, but they're going in the right direction.
Wow, that's incredible. Then you're saying that the student can actually be trained to, say, get a job and contribute to the economy?
I didn't go that far. There are, however, some of my younger colleagues who actually feel as you do, and they think that possibly one day they could. So this gives us a reason to get funding to carry on studying them. Otherwise, frankly, people such as myself wouldn't have a job. At the moment, I would say that humankind is up there. The student is somewhere below the amoeba. Now, the amoeba has taken 4.5 billion years to develop, and I would say then studenti probably another 5-6 billion, by which time the sun will have exploded and there will be no Earth.
Thank you very much, Alan. Very insightful. Now, to tell us how students breed, here again are our special correspondents.
We're on location, hopefully about to witness the mating ritual of the student. Here, you can see we have found a male student, looking wistfully over at the female. Now, hopefully, there he goes to initiate the ritual.
Hey!
Hey!
You going to the union tonight?
Yeah, you?
Yeah. See you there?
Yep.
Cool.
Cool.
And there you have it. The male has initiated the invitation to take part in the mating process.
Earlier, the students met up where no camera can go, the Students' Union. The female's attendance was a clear sign that she was willing to participate in the next stage of the mating ritual. Little is known about what happens in these strange unions, but it is believed a large amount of alcohol is consumed, after which a dance-like ritual is shared by both parties. Feeling fragile and with inhibitions lowered, the students have returned here through this door to the male's grotto or dorm.
Coitus has been brief and awkward. After the mating process, the male is drained of energy and promptly sleeps. The female remains awake and aware to protect the den. The typical mating pattern involves one male and one female student. Other variations can be this, or this. We are now at the entrance of the male student's den, where the mating has taken place. But wait, the door is opening, and a female is emerging. Slightly ashamed, but satisfied. The mating has been a success.
But by the looks of it, there was another practice mating session. No offspring were produced. It is unknown why the student practices this ritual to such a large extent, but it is known that for offspring to be produced, the act must be accompanied by a trance-inducing substance, amore filiamus, known to you and I as love. This is Louisa Agamemnos reporting for Nature in Action, feeling slightly uncomfortable.
Today in the studio we have two people residing in countries that have no student at all. Bert, what's your reaction to the student?
Non mi piace. Offende i miei sensi e l'onore della mia famiglia. Io non ho alcuna parte in questo.
Wonderful. Elizabeth, what would your people's reaction be to student roaming around inside your country's borders?
今日はワンちゃんと遊んで、今日帰ってからも楽しくするつもりです。
Excellent. Now, while our student is here in the studio, let us show you a little more about their feeding habits.
The student is extremely adept at finding uneaten food. However, motor functions are undeveloped.
The student often attempt to cook their own food, but every effort results in this: chili con carne, an element fatally toxic to all other species. Noticing this ongoing struggle, humans have developed a way to deliver freshly prepared food to the struggling student.
Good evening, Domino's Pizza. Your order, please. One pepperoni pizza, come right up.
The student is a mainly carnivorous species. A mysterious byproduct of evolution has made the student intolerant of fruit or vegetables. It is now believed that the student must adhere to eating 5 types of meat every day to maintain health. Of course, if the moves to make the slaughter of sentient broccoli illegal go into law, this will have to change.
But there is a much more important aspect in student feeding habits. Many of the students' societal needs are fulfilled by an all-purpose liquid substance: alcohol. Alcohol lubricates the vocal cords of the student, and while causing speech to become slurred, also increases its volume in order to attract a mate. Inhibitory processes in the brain are also overridden by alcohol, resulting in increased motor function. However, this is rarely compensated by actual bodily potential, and stumbling is a regular occurrence. Alcohol also increases aggression levels, acts as a liquid aphrodisiac, and causes some godlike symptoms.
That's about all we have time for today, but before we go, a spokesperson from the Royal Society of Prevention of Cruelty to Students and Other Subhuman Species is here to talk to us about his organisation, Mr. Leonard Suppository. Mr. Suppository, welcome.
Please, call me Leonard.
I can see why. Leonard, can you tell us about what Raspiotius is all about?
Well, we all know about the plight that wild students suffer in the form of poachers hunting them for their student skin, and the money we raise goes directly towards methods of housing them in universities where they will be safe to roam and breed.
But the fashion industry today relies on the hunting of wild students to remain successful. Isn't this a difficult thing to campaign for?
Oh, I don't think so at all. I mean, we're training professionals to go into the student den while he is absent and collect the skin that's been naturally shed. For example, my outfit comes from one of the less pretentious Studentis articles.
Raspiotius needs your donations now to make this dream a reality. Please call their support line. The telephone number is 2. That is 2.
Before we leave, let's see how our student got on with the pizza. Well, the pizza has not arrived in the designated 30 minutes, and unfortunately, the student has perished. How sad.
Better luck next time, hey?
Indeed, and we'll see you next time on Nature in Action. Goodbye.
Next week's Nature in Action will come to you from Soho, where the team will be looking at the habitat of the gay. While next over on CBeebies, ever wondered where babies come from? Russell Brand will be telling us.